Welcome back to the arcade. We made it to Torapani, but we got caught. There are a whole bunch of like orcs people here in this village, and we got caught by them, and now we're in jail. So there we go. The door is slammed and locked. A moment later, it reopens, and your possessions are thrown inside. Wait to see what happens. You pull your knees up to your chest and wait. The long watches of the night pass slowly, and in the end, nothing happens and no one comes. The aching in your empty belly gnaws at you with glee. Daybreak. Daybreak. You are still alone. An hour passes before you hear any noise outside, and then the door to the hut opens and 5 Sphins come in. So the Sphins, like I said, they're like a race of orcs, I guess. They drag you roughly out and across the street to another hut, where an old man with gray hair sits. He is wearing outlandish, colorful robes. My name, Prosis, Chief. He slaps his chest twice. I apologize. Then he bows, brushing the dust on the floor with his sleeves. Apology accepted. The chief nods. He waves to a menial who brings in bread and milk. Eat it. Gratefully, you bolt down the meal. It does not seem to be poisoned, and it nourishes you. The bowl is removed, and the chief squats down in a pool of cloth. I have need of you and your strength. I will help if I can. The chief bows. I am grateful. My daughter, my child. She is taken, offered to terrible demon below. You want me to rescue her? The chief nods. Succeed, and you may choose your reward. Fail, and he shrugs. I'll do it. The chief nods. I hope you will. He gestures to the other Sphins who, still taking no chances, grab you by your arms and haul you to your feet. So the reason why they captured us and threw us in jail was because they found out that we were like a really good warrior and sorcerer. So now they wanted to use us to save their princess or whatever. You are led along a short pathway through the forest to a crack in the ground. One Sphin has brought a rope, and another a bucket. A basket, not a bucket. They are preparing to lower you down to the pit of the earth itself. Take the adventure. You wait until they are ready, then step into the basket. The chief nods to you with respect. Watch the darkness, he declares as they start to lower you down. You hit the floor with a thud and peer into the darkness. Your eyes can make out nothing, but a slight breeze suggests endless space in all directions. You are blind, helpless, trapped. Something clatters to your feet from above. One of the Sphins shouts something down to you. Feel around on the ground. You crouch down and feel around your feet until your hand closes on the base of something. You pick it up. It is a dry wood torch. Something else falls from above and strikes you on the head. Tinderbox, calls the voice. Feel around for the tinderbox. Rubbing the bruise on your head, you reach down and find the tinderbox. Light the torch. You strike a light and the torch blazes into flame. You can see now you are in a large cavern, wide and deep. At the far end, passageways disappear to the left and right. Through an uneven rockfall at the far end of the cavern, you hear a murmur. Listen by the rocks. You clamber over to the rocks at the edge of the cavern to investigate the sound. It is a whimpering, coming from the other side of the pile of stones. The Sphin girl, perhaps? She came in this way, but then the cave is blocked in off her path. The cave-in blocked off her path. You'll have to find another way to reach her. Go left. Now, I don't know the exact path that we need to take. I usually just go through this until I figure it out. I never really memorized it, so I may need to fast forward here. Okay, I did it. I found her. All right. You go left. You follow the passageway when you hear an echo of whimpering coming up the corridor. Your torchlight falls across a frail shape. Hiding in the shadows is a young Sphin girl, stacking stones into hundreds of little towers. Come with me. You hold out a hand, and the girl takes it and gets to her feet. We'll have to be quiet, she hisses, or else. Suddenly there's a loud roaring from the mouth of this short cavern. The walls begin to shake and crumble. The Sphinx stones tower, topple, and scatter. To one side, a gap in the rubble begins to open, letting through a mean shaft of light. But before you can head for it, the roaring sound is joined by a scream from the Sphinx girl. You turn slowly and peer into the gloom back along the tunnel. Is there something moving? Something coming closer? Perhaps the roaring is the wind rushing through the tunnels. You hear the scrabbling sound of claws on rock, and the exit from the tunnel is blocked by a dark and looming shape. A Manticore, huge, terrible. It stands between you and the light and howls in bloody rage. There it is. Woo, look at it. It's got a scorpion tail for its tail. It's got eagle wings for wings. It's got a face as a lion's face. I can't remember. Is that all that a Manticore is? I think that's all it is. Fight the creature! Oh no, I should have done magic! We're gonna die! Okay, here we go. We're gonna die, but that's fine. Defend. Ooh, yeesh. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, boy. Nope. Defend. Wow, I could have easily done... Fuck it. Boom. You might not believe me, but you've scared it. Cool. Defend. Shit, I could totally take that on. It just has so much more than me. I don't want to risk it, you know? Chomps and grinds his teeth, its expression an ugly frown. There, okay. Now we're trying to, now we're learning its combat patterns. Defend. And then I'm not gonna survive if I don't eat something. We can actually eat our rations during a fight, which is really nice. We're gonna eat the Bomba fruit. And then we're gonna go back into the fight. And then we're gonna, it's like, time out, wait, I'm hungry. I gotta eat this fruit. And you sit there and you peel like an orange, and the Manticore's like, yeah, okay, yeah, just let me know when you're done. I'll be right here. And we beat it! I never actually fought it before. I always just used magic. That's cool. Escape. You wave the torch, hoping to attract attention. Tell the girl to call up. The Sphinx child nods mutely, then bawls at the top of her lungs, Proceus, I'm here! Then something drops down. A rope with a basket on the end. Get in together, the chief calls from above. We'll pull you both up. They'll try, but it doesn't work. The Sphinx above begin to haul. The rope stretches and growls taut, but the basket doesn't move. The rope starts making a squealing noise, and the basket lifts a finger's width off the ground. Get out and let the girl go first. Haul away! The Sphinx give a great cry and begin to pull again, and this time the basket starts to slowly rise, spinning as it goes. The girl waves to you as she disappears up in the sunlight. Then she's gone. A minute passes. Nothing. Call up. Throw down the rope! Nothing. The tunnel echoes, very slightly. A noise from the depths. Perhaps the Manticore was not alone. Wait a little longer. You wait a little longer, settling down on your pack. You can imagine the celebration going on above. The tears and grateful reunion. No surprise if they lose track of you, down here in the dark. And then, sure enough, the basket and the rope tumble down. You clamber quickly in and they haul you up. Above ground, the chief himself helps you out onto the grass. His daughter is with him, clutching his hand. My daughter tells you fight bravely, he says. For that I am grateful. I invite you with us back to Torpani. Will you come? They give us some food, I think, to take. So that's really good. We need that. A little generosity cannot hurt you, you nod. I will come. As you enter the village, it erupts into celebration. So that's what the Sphins look like. Like I said, some weird orcish type of people. You are given a place to stay and recuperate from your long journey. A visit to the healing priest treats your wounds, and when you emerge, it is to find the village before so somber and silent, now in full life. Flowers are tied to every rooftop, and bands of Sphins are playing music on long, strangely sharp lyres. Lyres? You are whisked away into the dance by Procer's daughter, before the chief can welcome you to the feast. The night is glorious. That night you sleep heavily and rise the next morning to continue your journey. The chief meets you before you go. My good friend, he declares, you have saved us. He presses 2 gifts into your hands, a pouch of 10 gold pieces, a fortune for a place like this, and a key. This opens the south city gate of Kar, he tells you. I hope it is use. I hope it is use. All right. You take your leave. The path winds away from Torapani, and soon you're on a downward slope away from the Shamutanti Hills. You stepped as you walk. You feel for the first time the loneliness of the path ahead. Though Kar is a busy city, it is cruel, and beyond Kar there is nothing but the vicious wasteland. You will have no one to trust in the days ahead. Walk on. For a brief moment up on the hills above the path, you fancy you see a figure stealing its way along by some high and secret route. A figure all in black. But when you shade your eyes against the sun, whatever was there has disappeared. That was a flanker. Yep, that's him. In the distance rises the wall of a great city, the first true stonework you have seen since you left home. To Kar! And the game is over! We beat the first game! Your journey through Shamutanti Hills is completed. Along the way, you have gained the friendships of Flanker the Assassin, and have been given the key to the gates of Kar. You have collected some magical artifacts, a large lump of beeswax, a cloth skull cap, 1 giant's tooth, 4 goblin's teeth, and a bamboo pipe. You are armed with a long sword, a broadsword, Ragnarok armed band of sword mastery, and your original sword, and have 2 rations and 16 gold pieces and a spellbook. Continue. The adventure continues in Sorcery 2, Kar, City Ports of Traps. And that will end this adventure. I'm so glad that we did this. Okay, I am excited to play the second one. Let's do it!